How does Black culture shape the creative world from your perspective?
I think Black culture started the creative world, really.
I would say Black culture shapes the creative world in literally everything. We are the creators of everything. We lead the culture.
I mean, don't we create everything? Aren't we like that amazing and creative and versatile and just our stamp is on everything essentially.
I think Black culture is the creative world. Everything we do constructs the creative world.
I feel like Black culture is the creative world because so much of art has been like derived from Black culture.
Pretty much everything, to be honest with you. It shapes the world in many aspects, I think. There are a lot of different influences.
I would say the creative world through influence. I think Black culture is very influential across all platforms of art. And I would say that's definitely through storytelling, through experience, through many different things. Like you go throughout history, you'll see Black influence from all across the world, all walks of life.
It's the catalyst for a lot of different trends.
I think Black culture sets the creative trend for the world. All the ways that culture shows up, Black people are at the trend-setting mark.
I think Black culture has been very dominant in specifically the United States, but also the world.
There's no English without Black English. There's no history without Black history. There's no America without Black people.
The way I think about it, sometimes that I feel like Black culture in a lot of ways is American culture. A lot of people really take influences from Black culture, maybe even directly and indirectly. You see even indirectly as well.
I believe Blackness shapes the creative world because we are the blueprint. Like everybody kind of collectively takes some of the attributions that Black people have gained in the creative world and they add on to that, and they definitely source from our flavor.
Prominent Black artists kind of paving the way for future artists to come, creating every kind of style that we see today in the world.
Creativity is a lot of different things, right? So it's not just visual, it's not just like audio. We're just dope individuals and we are everywhere. You can't not see us. We're ingrained.
Black culture shapes the creative world in many different ways through ideation and innovation. Anything from the stoplight to EMT ambulances, things like that. And now it's more centered around culture.
And there is no creative world without Blackness. Our culture is so deeply intertwined with making things, whether that's art or whether that's music. We're deeply rhythmic, we're reflective, and the way we talk about our world is through art. And there is no Blackness without being creative. It's like a deep cultural aspect of who we are.
How does our artist community reflect your identity?
That's a good question. Actually, I would say our artist community, if I'm speaking specifically to Juxta, it pretty much has shaped who I am today. Find that awkwardness that I had as a kid that would sit and draw by myself to being able to express that on a larger platform.
I'm a Black artist in general, making digital art. Most of my artwork is representing the Black trans community and Black people from the LGBTQ community. It's just nice to see people like me out there. I love Black art and I love when Black people express and represent artwork and videos, songs, or anything about our Black culture. How we see things, how the way that we are in life, and I love that so much.
Since art is such a vulnerable practice, people really have to bring their own identities into the art that they make. My identity is reflected in almost other people's identities, the way they are almost shared around. It's like a mirror and push back, push and pull.
A lot of our personal struggles are sometimes reflected in our art, of having to exist in a world that's not necessarily for us, but not necessarily always rooting for us or against us. At least in Juxta in general, I guess being inspired by the other youth around us. So kind of realizing the fact that we're recognizing things need to change.
I think for me, it shaped my identity in a way of advocacy. So how do I advocate for other artists who are in my community? I learned all of that from my community, and I think being in community is probably one of the best things that you can do as an artist. I think it's hard to thrive without a community.
I was raised in the North Side, North Minneapolis, and I went away for a long time, but I'm back. because this is home and it feels good to be here. The way in which I'm kind of giving myself to the community is through Juxta. I thought that was really important, like part of my career.
So there's a lot of representation, I would say, like culturally for sure. I like definitely identify as a Black woman, and I also have like a multicultural identity as well, since I am biracial. And I think that Juxta does a really nice job of integrating all these different identities together, and it definitely feels like a very like welcoming environment, someplace that I definitely feel like my art is heard.
I can say for sure that there is a whole lot of representation going on within this lovely community that we have here, and I'm glad to be a part of it.
I guess I just see myself and like my peers and like other people that I interact with.
Being in Minneapolis, being in Minnesota, we have a really small Black community as artists, and that community has really like nurtured me and helped me grow.
I think our artist community is very diverse. I'm Afro-Indigenous, and just being able to find, both sides of that reflected in the art community is really inspiring and empowering. The art community here over North specifically is one of the best in the world. Like, everyone brings a different perspective to the table, and they're all met and represented.
Juxta is my family, my home. It is a part of me. Being able to be here to help the new generation implant their mark here and have a safe space and a diverse space of many types of people and many types of Black culture. It is who I am, and without art, I couldn't fully be myself, and without Juxta, I would never have a full place to express that side of myself.
I would say through like flavor and dopeness and kind of the evolution of urban cultural production, meaning what came before hip hop, your jazz, your bebop, and how that evolved into hip hop, and then what it's evolving to now. People are going to see me through the lens of how Black culture shows up in and around the world. So that impacts me for better or for worse.
I'm very clear that it's the artist community, the Black artist community that has made me, and it's the Black artist community that has shaped me, and it's the Black artist community that has kept me. And you can see that in institutions like Juxta, and Urban League, and KMOJ, and many other places where Black creativity and ingenuity shows up.
What makes the artist community so special and what makes Juxta so special is that we are inclusive. We are an inclusive people. I don't see myself as a traditional visual artist. I'm an educator, but within that, art lives there. No matter what your practice is, no matter how it shows up, you are accepted and you are a part of the community.
So many things are going on in our country. I think that art reflects the period that we're in. Especially with Minneapolis, we have different cultural things going on here and political things. I think art transforms and transcends.
And last question here, use one word to describe Blackness in the creative community.
Pace setter.
Impactful.
Free.
Excellence.
Generative.
Innovative.
Black is beautiful.
Limitless.
Alchemy.
Ebony.
Vibrant.
Headstrong.
Pantheon.
Original.
Culture.
Strength.
Love.
Alchemical. I think that's the word I want to use.
Elaborate.
Because I feel like Black people a lot of times are able to make their ideas manifest in ways that, like, in the process of doing that, they just impact others around them. So it's like, yeah, sick.
Awesome.
Not sure, something that's new, something that's built off of each other, something like that. Yeah.
Awesome.
Black shows up in many different ways to be Black. There's not just one way to be Black.
Awesome.
We absolutely set the pace for the rest of the world. You go girl, you go boy, from all the things we say and do, the rhythms and the rhymes, the clothes we make, the poetry we develop, the readings we author, all those things set the pace for the rest of the world about what's cool and wonderful about being Black, even though it largely goes unacknowledged.
Thank you, Issa.
Still looking good.
Yes, you're looking good, period. Ooh, not the... You said, is this a interview or is this a modeling shot? Like, period. Okay, our first question.
Like, is music a thing? I'm trying to... Originating house music. We are innovative, like, I don't know what else to say. We're the trailblazers.
Period. Shape the creative world.
Wow. Ooh.
Really good for us.
Okay, awesome. One word.
And that is very true. We're all beautiful. We all come in different shapes and sizes, different faces, different skins. Black's beautiful.
Thank you.
No problem.
All right.
Again, that's like deeply part of who we are, and so like I feel like we're always on the next level, on the next step, and evolving things, whether that goes acknowledged or not. You're such a driver of the culture scene within America. It's hard to not describe it as limitless. I think there are so many beautiful Black people and so many beautiful Black things that the web is just going on forever and ever. So I think one word to describe it is limitless.
Does our artist community reflect your identity? And this can mean Juxta, this can mean Northside, or if you have your own artist community. But yeah, just how does that reflect in your identity?
Can you say the question, like the first part, one more time?
To describe Blackness in the creative community.
That is a really good question. Right, Blackness in the creative community. I feel like the best word for that is like the darkest like shade of black. I feel like that level of darkness is so like open to interpretation, like, you know, what's in that kind of void. And I feel like that just kind of feels like the different layers of what it means to be Black.
Awesome. Okay, let's start. So our first question is, how does the Black culture shape the creative... Sorry, let me start. See, me too. Second question is, how does our artist community reflect your identity?
Say it again. Original.
Thank you. All right.
Oh, come on, like.
Black culture or Black.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm ready.
Yep, same.
Oh, it's already recording. Oh, it's getting recorded.
Y'all are.
Okay, well, she's gonna come find you. Love.
Let's pause real quick. I'm gonna have you say that again with the hand drop. No, you can say the whole thing, but the hand dryer was in the background.
Oh.
Ready, set, go now. Cute. Black culture shaped the creative world in your perspective.
I would say Black culture shapes the, you said creative world? See, this is where the bloopers is gonna cut in. If I'm messing up words, then y'all gonna capture that too.
Culture. I love it. Thank you.
So, yeah, did I answer the question?
Yes.
Is that the question?
That was a great answer. That was a
Okay.
beautiful answer.
Free. I think Black people as creatives are the freest that we can be. We are the freest that we are creating things, making things, being around each other. Really, Blackness in the artist community is freedom. I literally just heard these questions and now I'm looking all over again. I'm so sorry. I really just heard you say all these questions to this girl and I literally did not think about any of my answers from me. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. All right, last question. Use one word to describe Blackness in the creative community.
I don't know where you came up with these questions at, but they're thinkers. I feel like because Black people are always making something out of nothing, I would say alchemy, because, you know, you can change the thing, you know what alchemy is like. Take something, form it into something else, so I would say alchemy.
Thank you.
Okay, I love you, bye.
Awesome. And then, how does our... If I had to use one word, I would say vibrant, I would say loud, I would say passionate, Yeah, or I'll say colorful.
Okay.